Practical stress-busting secrets. If you take a look around at the world, you'll see that stress, tension, and anxiety impact just about every single one of us, regardless of who admits it or not. Let me ask you a few questions. Have you been late to work recently? Did your boss come in and give you crap because he's in a bad mood and you're an easy target? Did you get loads of work dumped on you by others, causing you more stress? Have you parked your car somewhere only to find some jerk hit your car with a shopping cart? Or some inconsiderate person decided to key your car for no reason? Have you had to deal with rude customers or people in life, and they've made you feel lousy about yourself through the process? Have you been bothered by bill collectors or other debts that are nagging you day in and day out? Are you feeling overwhelmed all around in many different aspects of your life? If you answered yes to any of those, you're not alone at all. Unfortunately, whether you approve of it or not, the world is definitely not a fair place. And in many cases, it's not a nice one either. Some even think that it's becoming worse as years go on. So, why is that? Well, to put it simply, our lives are growing more fast-paced and action-packed, and because of that, most of us aren't able to learn just how to cope with it. After all, nobody really teaches us how to deal with stresses or daily life. In a way, we're just left to power through the issues and drama of every day, all on our own. It doesn't matter what religion, race, gender, age, or anything that you are. Stress and anxiety hits all of us, and we all deal with it in different ways. There's certainly no shortage of books on the matter and topics of dealing with stress and anxiety. Many even look to the teachings of the Dalai Lama for guidance. In one of his books, he addresses the question of how do we solve the great atrocities and wars that we face in today's society? To which he simply responds with, "I do not know," and leave it at that. One of the points he proceeds to discuss is that there's no simple and straightforward answer to this kind of question. This is because most of the major wars were due to one consequence that unfolded into another and so on, until it compounded into a situation where nobody is truly in control and there's no answers to the issues that have risen. Plus, at that point, nobody really knows why the whole thing started in the first place. But how can this happen? How does it get to this boiling point? Well, let's imagine you're driving down the road, minding your own business, when suddenly another driver cuts in front of you, and this results in you having to slam on the brakes suddenly. Talk about a mood killer. Your initial reaction might be to simply curse the other driver under your breath and continue driving. But what if you were already having a lousy day? Maybe you lost your job, or you had a disagreement with your significant other. Maybe the bills are piling up and you're losing your house. Perhaps this is the last straw for you on that day. In this case, you might speed up to the driver, and maybe you'll give him the finger, shout out the window at him, which feeds the altercation. This might end in a car accident or a physical engagement such as a fight. This could escalate into someone becoming severely injured or even death. Then, later one of the family members wants reparations and ends up taking your family or you to court. I know this seems a bit over the top, but it's not far-fetched to believe that things like this happen just about every single day in the world. The reality of it is that you and many others can control the situation's outcome by simply taking control of your emotions and how you feel. By taking steps to remove the stress in your life, or at the very least, controlling it, you'll find yourself to be in a situation where you can better control your reactions to the different scenarios that life throws your way. That's why, in this brief, but hopefully informative course, I'm going to detail just 10 major things that I've found to help reduce the stress in my life. You can use these however you want, apply them in different ways, and adapt them to suit your life the best way they can. If you want to reduce the stress in your life, then strap yourself in and get ready. 10 tips for reducing stress. In this section, I'm going to cover a handful of tips and methods that you can implement into your everyday life, which will help you better deal with stress and even prevent stress from invading into your happiness. Number 1. Breathe deeply. Practice breathing techniques regularly. A lot of people seem to overlook how easy and useful this tactic can be for relieving stress, especially in the heat of the moment. I know the advice, take a deep breath, may seem cliché, but it really does hold true when it comes to stress. Take a minute or two break from life to focus on your breathing. Sit up straight and close your eyes if possible, and put your hand on your belly. Slowly inhale through your nose, feeling the breath of air start in your abdomen and progress its way to the top of your head. Next, reverse the process as you exhale through your mouth. It's been said that deep breathing counters the effects of stress by slowing the heart rate and lowering the body's blood pressure. Buddhist monks have been known to be very conscious of deliberate breathing during meditation because of this. Another method you can use is to sit up in your chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands on top of your knees. Breathe in and out slowly with deep, full breaths, while also concentrating on your lungs as they expand and contract in your chest. Many doctors and researchers have actually found that shallow breathing is consistent with increased stress, and deep breathing fills your blood with oxygen and in turn helps to center your body and clear your mind. Number 2. Meditate for a period of time in the morning and evening. It should come as no surprise to you that meditation is an excellent way to help relieve your stress. When performed correctly, it should release your mind and allow you to focus on peace. Many people struggle with meditation at first because it can be a little tricky. And in all honesty, it does take a little bit of time to learn. There's many great articles and even courses on how to meditate, but you can easily get started by simply sitting in the corner or somewhere peaceful, closing your eyes and listening to music or soaking in the sounds around you. Some meditation gurus will even encourage you to listen to those natural sounds during the process, and to even burn some sort of incense to help break the stress that's present in your body. Number 3. Listen to music that promotes your chilled out mood. Listening to the right music is super important when you're trying to reduce stress in your life and find your inner balance. Some music can in fact heighten your stress levels when you listen to it. One type of music that researchers have proven to help stress levels is Baroque music. This music is based around a tempo of 60 beats per minute, which, coincidentally, is about the rate that our heart should be. Baroque music has actually been shown to increase the alpha waves in both the left and right sides of your brain, which assist in improving your learning ability, calmness, and even your creativity. Because of this, many corporate trainers have now incorporated this style of music during memory training sessions to better assist their students in improving both their comprehension and their memory. Of course, you should focus on the kind of music that you like and which brings comfort to you. So this point will be different depending on who you are and what your tastes are. Number 4. Exercise. Even if it's just for a minute or two each day. Listen, exercising doesn't have to be powerlifting at the gym or training for some sort of marathon event. A simple short stroll around the office or block, or even just standing up to stretch during a break at work, can oftentimes be just the immediate stress relief you need in some situations. Getting your blood flowing releases endorphins and can actually improve your mood almost instantaneously. If you find that you have more time to exercise, that's even better. They say that exercising for 30 minutes per day is one of the best things you can do for both your mind and your body. Not only does it help you keep fit, but it also gets the blood pumping around in your body. While you're doing exercises, there's chemicals being released from your brain that can elevate your mood. Number 5. Make it a point to eat right with a healthy diet. Studies have linked that stress levels are directly impacted by a proper diet. The problem is that when we're overwhelmed and stressed out, we often ignore healthy eating habits. This results in eating sugary, fatty snack foods as a quick pick-me-up to satisfy our hunger and even our mood. Try to avoid sugary snacks and plan ahead if possible. Fruits and vegetables are obviously a great choice, and fish with higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids have also been shown to help reduce the symptoms and levels of stress. This means that a tuna sandwich is truly beneficial to both your mood and your brain as well. Number 6. Try to drink at least 8 glasses of water per day. I'm sure you know this already, but without water, humans and most living things can't survive. After all, it's been said to be one of the most precious resources that we possess on the planet. With that said, to maintain your health, most doctors and medical professionals will recommend a minimum of 8 glasses of water per day. This means plain water, as in flavored water or coffee certainly does not count towards that goal. You'll truly be amazed at how much better you feel and less stressed you become as you hydrate more every day. Number 7. Limit both alcohol and coffee consumption. Alcohol and coffee are both considered great sources of stress, seeing as they both increase the heart rate and make us more prone to stressful situations. If you can, try to limit the amount of coffee and alcohol that you consume each day, and you will almost certainly notice that your level of stress will decrease. Some researchers say that consuming 1 to 2 glasses of alcohol, like a red wine, per day can be a healthy choice. But since we're focused on reducing stress, it's a good idea to consult with your doctor or physician to check if this is the best decision for you. Another thing to be cautious about is that caffeine can often give you a high, which you'll become dependent on over time. This certainly won't be beneficial towards reducing the amount of stress that's present in your life. Number 8. Schedule breaks throughout your day. We all know how stressful work can be, whether it's the environment, the co-workers, or the tasks at hand. It can all add up rather quickly. One of the biggest blunders that people make in their work life is to neglect taking breaks throughout the day to refresh the mind. In actuality, there's no real legal business on the planet that will require anybody to work 24 hours per day non-stop. Researchers have actually proven that if you don't schedule at least 1 hour for a break every day, you're far more likely to have health issues over a prolonged period of time. Always remember that life is truly short in the grand scheme of things. Don't waste all of your time on work. Take the time to go out and enjoy your day, regardless of where you are. Make sure that you schedule a number of short breaks during the workday. Even if you just take that time to go outside for 5 minutes to get some fresh air and a drink. That sort of break will help you to clear your mind and allow you to prepare yourself to tackle the rest of the work for the day. Number 9. Identify at least one good thing that happened today. This will definitely sound a bit generic in terms of advice and tips, but it's such solid advice that if you haven't started doing this, you really should consider it. Every evening all over the world, families and or friends congregate in the evenings or after work and vent about their day and the events that it was made up of. However, instead of creating a negative atmosphere from the moment you walk in the door and sit down, try starting off on a different vibe. Do this by exchanging good news and things that were positive about your day. It's really not difficult at all to address the good things that happened in life, and as a result, you'll find yourself more grateful for the things you have. You'll also find that you're better able to face stresses and other unfortunate occurrences in your day. Number 10. Be prepared. Prepare for tomorrow and the future. It's true that nothing can be more stressful than walking into a situation being completely unprepared. That's why you should invest some time every day towards getting ready for the following day. This could be as simple as drafting up a short to-do list and even cleaning up your environment and living area before you settle down for the evening. Knowing that you have all of the different bases covered means that you'll be far less likely to fret about things that need to get done in the evenings or when you're not busy with work and other stuff. By better preparing yourself and organizing your life, you'll give yourself a better sense that you're fully in control of the situation and can handle it. This truly does set a positive tone for the day, evening, and future days, which in turn can help you to get far more accomplished. Closing words. At the end of the day, recognizing that you're going to face different stressful scenarios every single day in your life is just part of living. The real trick is to address life in a way that makes these events more digestible and easy to deal with. Stress is seriously a silent killer in today's society, and it's definitely not going away anytime soon, if ever. Many people end up suffering from major health complications that stemmed entirely from the stress that their lives became overwhelmed with. In a lot of cases, it can even shorten the overall lifespan of the individual. While there is definitely no shortage of stresses in life, there are many things that we can do to tackle them and nip them at the bud. If you take these 10 tips to heart and try to implement them and adapt them to your own life and living style, I can promise you that you will notice a decrease in stress. You'll find that you're better able to deal with situations and react to them in a more positive manner. Coming into this short course, you may have been desperate or dealing with a lot of stress. Maybe you were just curious. Regardless of how you ended up here, I want to take a minute to thank you for going through all 10 of these tips. In closing, I wish you the best of luck in dealing with stress in your life. And always remember that life is short and valuable. Don't take anything for granted. Take a moment to breathe in deep and appreciate the little things in life. If you deal with stress in the right way, you'll end up living a longer and less stress-filled life. That in itself makes it all worth it to develop better stress habits. Thanks again for going through this course, and good luck.